Alright, hello guys, welcome back to this channel. This is the Akingbolas Unscripted. In today's video, this is a sequel to our video. We're talking about love and respect. And today we want to ask, does kneeling down for your husband, really shows that you respect him or her? The argument is that, number one, during the traditional marriage, right, when the woman wants to serve the man, the woman goes down on her knee and serves the man. And even during the reception, when the MC asks you to serve the man cake, right, what do? You go on your knee and serve the man the cake. Question now is, does this act continue after the marriage? If it continues or it doesn't continue, does it show respect? So without any further ado, let's go into the video.
Welcome back. The question, I think you're in the best position to answer that question since you're a man. But let me just chip this in. I think this issue of respect is more of a cultural thing, because we live in our own cultural environment.
In Africa,
especially in Africa, there is a way people understand and interpret respect. For instance, we are from the Yoruba culture, and if you want to address someone, an elderly person, there is a prefix, right, that you're supposed to add, share, and all of that. If you mistakenly use O for somebody that is older, even though it's unintentional, the person will just change it for you, especially the person is a rash or is older. So I think when it comes to marriage now, for men that grew up in African environment, there is a way you've seen older men, there's a way they interpret or they understand respect, and sometimes it's only a shiwaju. I think that interpretation, I don't know how to interpret it.
The horse
before
in the back,
in the front,
the horse in the front is the one in the back saying to run.
Okay, no, that was not it just means that when you see younger children, they follow the examples of older men. So it's what they see around that they live with. That they live with. And based on this, the way we have been socialized into doing certain things, that's the way men believe respect should be given, or respect should come to them. But men would think that the only sign or the only proof to show that my spouse respects me is she kneels down to serve my meals, she calls me maybe daddy or my king or my lord. And people are very particular about that. Look, how will you come in with your baby? Am I a baby? Some men are egocentric, and they think that their wife, there's a particular manner their spouse should address them. If they don't address them, then it shows they don't respect them. I think if we understand this in context or in our cultural environment, we'll be able to understand how somebody would feel respected when by our actions. To answer this question, I don't know. I think you should answer for us.
I want to speak on behalf of all the men in the whole world.
Don't generalize. You are an African man.
Yes, I want to speak on our behalf. Yes, I'm the representative of all the men.
Irrespective of culture.
Yes, that's what I want to speak first. Yes, all men. I want to speak on your behalf. And this is it. The truth is that all men demand respect. They deserve to be respected. They need.
Is it a psychological thing?
They need to be respected, right? Okay. It is not about. Now, when we now break down respect, or what I call respect, what you call respect, what a white man call respect, what someone who is a Spanish call respect, someone who is in America, what they call respect, would now vary, right? But all men demand to be respected. If you don't respect me, I would torment you. I don't know if you understand. No, sorry, torment might not be the right word, but it can make the relationship be stifled and will end up
To affect
dying
the
to affect the relationship, right? Now, let's leave that. That has been established. Now, let me come down to the lower level now. So, I have my definition for respect, right? Someone can say respect means you kneeling down to greet in the morning when you wake up, right? When you want to serve me my food, you kneel down on both legs to serve me my food and wait till I'm done
Finish.
eating
As a king.
before you leave. And that means you watch me as I eat
The
so that I
lion
can
is
give you the
feedback.
feedback of what you have done, right? That could be another aspect of respect. As for some people, it could be that what you call me, my lord, my love, my babe. Different people with different aspects or different definition to what respect is. Now, whatever it is, I think there should be a common ground. And the common ground should be seen in the Bible, right? In the Bible, we've seen where some people will go back to the story of Abraham and say, Abraham, Sarah called her husband, my Lord.
But do you know that this issue of my Lord is also cultural?
Yeah,
Because
that's the
when
point,
I looked at when I read the verse where Abraham told the servant to go look for wife for his son, the moment the servant saw Rebecca, the first thing she said is my Lord. So I think it's more, and they were not married.
They were not married, just
so
saw
I think it was just
so
a
that
sign
connection.
of respect.
So in essence, what I'm trying to paint at is that looking at that story as well, like she pointed out, it's a cultural Jewish tradition, right? We believe, at least we've seen it established in two different occasions, and it is what making an emphasis on, right? Now, bringing it down, you see, the definition for respect is different for every man. Now, the extent of exposure you also get can affect your definition of respect, right? What I'm not trying to say is that if I'm educated, right, and I'm more open to the Western ways of doing things, then my wife kneeling down for me will be like, what I do? She kneeling down to serve me for what I do. You calling me your Lord, are you okay? I'm your honey, sweet pie, chicken, peri-peri, and popcorn. Why your Lord? Do you understand? But meanwhile, one thing should be fundamental, right? In marriage, there is an arrangement in the home. The husband is the head of the house. So that cannot be told away with, right? As the head, then there is the body that makes up that head. You know, without that body, the neck, the supporting system, the head is not going to function. And if the head is absent, the body will fall. That order must be respected. I think that's the first thing. Whatever you call yourself should be based on your preference. And these are the things, some of the things that couples or young people, when they are dating, should discuss. Right? What do you want me to call you? I've been calling my wife very yes. It's very important. I've been calling my wife Ife before we started dating. Sorry, not before we started dating. Sorry, when we started dating, right? I've been calling her Ife till we got married. To the extent that there was a day I just called her name, and it sounded something.
Is this your name?
Is this your name? It's important to discuss what you want to call yourself, and to discuss how you want to be respected. What are your preferences? Do you want to be served?
And make sure your preferences are godly.
Either godly or not.
And because sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Because I feel that some people think you have to respect me the way I want to be respected, even though what they are demanding for is not biblical, or maybe it might not necessarily be bad, but it might be something that is hurting the feeling of the spouse.
That is why it should be discussed before you even get entangled, and you must be able to wait to discuss that. You cannot be discussing this after we have gotten married.
You know, some men are pretentious in nature. They will tell you, it doesn't matter.
In that case, there's a way to handle that, right? But we'll not be discussing that in this video. We'll be discussing in a subsequent video. But the point, I think we are already getting this video long. Let's just summarize that. The point we're trying to make is that either you kneel down for your spouse, or you don't kneel down for your spouse. It doesn't in any way show that you respect them or you don't respect them. What matters is, what does your spouse value? What have you guys agreed on to express your love and respect to each other? What are those things that you guys have talked about and you think they are the things that you want to prioritize in that relationship? Once you guys have those things, then you are free to move. If she wants to kneel down for me, if that's what I want, she has to do it. If we have already agreed on that before the marriage, right? It is important. There are some things you must discuss and you must agree on before the marriage. If you don't, it will haunt you
in the
when
case
you get
where
married.
there's no agreement.
In the case where there is no agreement, then you are in for a long. Alright, guys. I think that's the end of this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Bye bye. Long thing here.